Good morning, it's Valerie Holdren, and this morning I'm coming to you from my kitchen. The older I get, the more light I find I need, and my basement serves me well, but I find that I need more light and more space. So when I'm making videos, I think I'm going to just measure and mix everything downstairs and carefully bring it back up for videos especially. This morning I'm working on my spring collection. I'm very low in my stock, period, but I'm trying to decrease the number of scents that I carry simply because I don't want them just to sit there after 3 or 4 months. I want them to move. And I have found that several of the scents that people say that they want, maybe 2 or 3 bars will go and the rest just sit there, and I donate them, which is fine. I don't mind donating, but I don't want to make large batches if they're not going to sell. Pumpkin is one of those. You know, come fall, everybody's like, oh, you know, pumpkin this and pumpkin that, and I might sell 3 or 4 bars. So from now on, pumpkin and coffee soaps are another one. They're going to be special order only, and you know, I want to keep about 8 or 10 soaps on, of the staple soaps, I guess you would call them, all the time, and then each season maybe add a couple or 3 for the season. And today's is Cherry Blossom, which is a favorite, and I usually carry that one year round, but I haven't made it for quite some time. I am going to be doing the heat process method, which has become, I really find myself enjoying that. If I don't do hot process, I do heat transfer. And I already have my lye mixed in this stainless steel, and it is quite hot. It's 200 degrees right now. So I'm going to get my goggles, make sure I have an extra glove because I always wind up tearing one, and we will come back and get started. Okay, all suited up, and in goes the lye, the hot lye. I had my mulberry silk cut up in here very small. I went ahead, most of the time I use just a regular plastic pitcher, but I'm trying to reduce the amount of plastic I use to an extent. I won't do it all the way, I know I can't. But when I'm doing heat transfer method, it gets hotter, I think, and stays hotter in this thick stainless steel. My oils today, I don't have my formula numbers up here, but my oils today are castor and olive, cocoa butter, coconut oil, and palm oil. And this is super fatted at 7%. In my liquid oils, I'm going to have, well, I will pour my 2 ounces of coconut milk that I deducted from my lye liquid to add straight to the liquid oils, and that's going to add extra creaminess and helps with, you know, bubbles, and it is moisturizing. Coconut milk, I'm sorry, is my favorite milk. I also love rice milk and oat milk. So I chopped these hard oils up as small as I could so that they would dissolve and melt quicker, and they are almost there. And my plan is to, because a cherry blossom is a really pale pink And then towards the inside and the inner part, it's a deeper pink. I plan to do the majority of the soap in the pale pink and then do like a little bit of a chopstick swirl of the deeper rose clay. I do have Himalayan rhubarb, but I'm just afraid that that won't be pink enough for my liking. So I don't know. I haven't decided about that. Okay. This is practically all dissolved, so I'm going to set it right here. Bring over my liquid oils, which is my castor and olive oil. And in here, I have my kaolin clay. And, oh, I don't want my fragrance yet. My 2 ounces of coconut milk that I dissolved. I apologize, I get so tongue-tied, that I deducted from the lye so that it wouldn't scorch and burn. Let me get all of it in there. I find myself getting tongue-tied a lot, and I apologize for that. I did a video the other day when I made my beachcomber soap, and I found myself making so many bloopers in what I said, and I'm not real good at editing, so I just said, nah, I'm not going to post that one. Okay, I'm just going to blend all of this together really well so that when I incorporate it in here, I won't have to do as much stick blending. And I am using my lower power stick blender today so that it doesn't, you know, overpower the soap and make a lot of air bubbles and accelerate things too quickly. I really do like this little stick blender. It's a Syncor. Okay. Got all of those incorporated, and now bring this back, and I'm going to carefully blend my liquid oils into my dissolved hard oils. I don't know who came up with this technique, but I really, really enjoy it. And I love these little spatulas and spatulas from Steph's Micas. They are so good about getting all of the residue off of the side. I have several in my kitchen as well that I use strictly for that, and I just love them. I probably have 20 of these things. Okay. Stir that around a little bit. This is a 28% water. So I'm just going to stick blend it just a little bit. I'm also going to be trying the ribbon swirl. It's Joe, and I can never know if she pronounces it Sear or Creer. She's on the Soap Natural group, and she does this technique that looks like ribbons, like candy ribbons. It's just so pretty, and I've done some of that. So, okay, in goes my fragrance. Oh, it smells heavenly. Takes me back to my childhood of Jergens lotion. Okay, now I have to decide. Okay, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to pour off just a little bit for a top layer of plain white. You know, I don't need to do that. It's going to be such a pale pink. I don't think it's going to matter. I'm just going to do my original plan. Stick with it. Okay, now I am going to take this mica and I'm just going to dump all of it because it is so light. I don't know how it's going to work, but that's just in my mind that I want that light pink throughout the soap. So and that is so pale that you can't even see it. So I'm going to add a little bit of my hydrated rose clay. That's better. I don't think it's going to be as pink as I had hoped, but it's too late now. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of this and add the rest of the rose clay. And just drop it down in there. I'll take my chopstick and swirl that around a little bit. I want wispiness. A little more swirl. Okay. Now, bang this down a little bit. And now, I'm going to let this sit up for just a few minutes because I want to just, let me see if I can get it on here without it breaking through. Because I think I'm going to need this solid layer to attempt this ribbon swirl. probably being pretty silly here doing this when I've never done it before in front of you, but that's the way we learn. But Jo's ribbon swirls are so pretty, just gorgeous. And she makes it look effortless. Okay. Now, the next trick is she takes these little bottles and puts just a little bit of the, bang that down a little bit, and puts just a little bit of the batter in here. You don't need much for the lines. Probably don't even need that much, but. And then the cleanup, she suggested putting these little baggies inside of them. Now, she just takes and goes lines just all up and down like that. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. Okay, now that's going to have to sit up for a minute, I'm sure. The batter is. And I'll come back when it's ready to use the base of the spoon. Okay, it's ready, and I'm using this piece, this end. And she just takes it and makes little, and it picks up the little lines and makes it look ribbony. Just like that. Okay, and then you come back. Believe me, hers are much more beautiful. But you can probably see what I'm trying to do. Just like that. And then you leave well enough alone. So, we'll see what happens. And thank you for watching.